Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel, All Things Taylor, with yours truly, just in time for a brand new Motivation Monday. Super stoked, guys. Let's get right down to this. Motivation Monday is one of my favorite aspects of this channel because I know the compound effect of what motivation consistently can do to change you as a person and to change your life and your environment. All right, I challenge you guys to stop being trees with roots stuck in the ground. Pick up and leave a situation anytime you need to. Anytime you're being forced to make yourself feel small, insignificant, never good enough, those aren't your people. Those are not your environments or your perfect situations for growth and your versions of happiness and success. You are not a tree with roots stuck in the ground. You can pick up and go anytime you want to. All right. This first little tip is something that I firmly believe in, because when I read this piece of advice, I know I've applied it to my life over the last couple of years, and it has changed me as a person, made me a more formidable person, and it's changed my life for the better. Like when I think about this, like 10 people instantly come to mind that purposely manipulated me, triggered me, and all this other stuff. And now they don't even take up rent space in my head because I don't got time for that. All right. So here it is. Let's get rid of this gaslighting bullshit once and for all. All right. Because so much of this is gaslighting and you guys don't deserve it. You deserve every small opportunity that every day presents in order to make yourself a better person than you were the day before, the week before, 6 months before, 5 years before. Okay, that's what life is. Okay, so if you want to achieve what your definition of happiness and success is, let's do this. Let's do this shizit. You are not alone, all right? We're all working on this together. That's what life is all about. When somebody tries to trigger you by insulting or irritating you, like, stop! Stop right there. Hold the phone. Put your ego in check and take a deep breath. Because remember, when you are easily offended, you are even more easily manipulated. And when you are being manipulated, you become a tool in somebody else's tool belt. And guess what? That never ends well for you. It's all about them. Their nefarious hidden agendas, okay? Their artifices deriving from negative shizit that ultimately benefits them at your expense. You don't deserve that shizit, so cut it out. Cut it out. Put your ego in check. Do not pay them any mind. Do not buy into their bullshit, because at the end of the day, like we've already talked about, the most calmest people in a room are the most formidable people because they are in check. A person who is calm and not talking is the person who's observing and listening, and that's when you learn the most. Because what did we say last week and the week before? If you are observant enough, and if you are listening and seeing and paying attention instead of making situations and people what you want them to be instead of what they are, you will see who people truly are. They will show you who they are. They will tell you who they are. So watch and listen. Okay? Believe them. Don't try to turn them into something that they are not and they don't want to be, because they are comfortable being who they are. Okay? Which brings me to the next thing I want to say. Get rid of this gaslighting shit too. Okay? All the people that are trying to manipulate you to use you for their own advantages and their own gain, those are the same people that are telling you you're holding on to grudges, you're bitter, you're this and that. I can attest to this. All right? But that is some gaslighting bullshit if I have ever heard it. A person who is bitter is a person who's seen some shizit and they ain't gonna forget it. Okay? So instead of, someone coming at you saying that you're holding on to grudges, be like, nah, I saw, and I ain't gonna forget that shit show. And no, I'm moving on. Peace. All right? Somebody is always going to be judging you, okay? And a lot of times, people forget that somebody doing better than you does not have the time to be judging you, critiquing you, shitting on you. They don't, because they're busy hustling for their own definitions of happiness and success, the same thing that you should be doing. So all the people trying to tell you all this negative shit, the people trying to manipulate you and gaslight you and use you and critique you and judge you and troll you, those are all the same people that would rather spend their time doing all of those things instead of working on their own lives, instead of working on their own shizit. A lot of those people are the same people that don't have their own shit together. But in their own reality, if they aren't good enough to do something which does not sit well with them, then there's no way in heck that you are capable of doing what they know that they can't. that has nothing to do with you and everything to do with their own insecurities. Not you, not yours. Focus on your own shizit. Remember, consistency will take you places that motivation can't. A lot of the people critiquing you are the least and most motivated people, but they're not doing anything about it because they aren't consistent. They don't understand that competence breeds confidence, okay? Confidence breeds confidence. Say that with me, all right? Consistency will take you places motivation can't. So just focus on what you're doing. Focus on what you want to achieve, who you want to be in the world. We all deserve small opportunities every single day that help us be the adult we needed as a child. Okay, that's what you should be focused on. Not all the keeping up with the Joneses, not all the trolls trying to tear you down, not all the people that are trying to compete with you. You're in a race all by yourself. This is your life, not theirs. Don't listen, don't pay no mind. You got to bet on yourself before anybody else will, and you got to believe in yourself in the silence. Let your success be your noise. Ignore all the negative bullshit. Ignore all the gaslighting, the judgment, or whatever. Those people don't have their own lives together yet. They're not doing better than you, and they certainly don't want you to do better than them. All right, and there are some people out there that want to see you do well. But here's the thing. Some of those people, while they do want to see you do well, they don't want you doing better than them. Those aren't your people. Those aren't your tribe. But your tribe is out there. There are people that want to genuinely see you succeed without riding your coattails, and they just want to be happy for you, seeing you fulfill your definition of happiness and success, all right? Last but not least, I want to shoot you guys some math real quick. Let's some math. I don't know if you guys have picked up on this. I've said this a lot in cameos, this YouTube channel, my podcast, interviews, everything. I firmly believe that small acts of kindness add up to big, magical, amazing things in the world. I also believe that small things add up to big things. So people always focus on big steps of success, big progress, you know, all this other crap. They forget about the small habits, the small little victories that add up to the big victories, the small habits that ultimately add up to the big habits that dictate your success and happiness. People underestimate the power of small habits, small goals. So here's something that can easily be achieved. If you read 20 pages a day, that's like 30 books in a year. The people that read more are the people that learn more and can apply more skills to their lives so that they can make the kid that they were that made the way for them to grow up and become an adult happy and proud as fuck. If you save $10 a day, that's over $3,600 in a year. So maybe consider skipping that Starbucks run. If you ran or walked 1 mile a day, that's 365 miles at the end of the year. If you strive to be 1% better every single day by doing these things, you're going to be a 37% better person than what you were at the beginning of the year, at what you were at the end of last year. Don't you deserve that progress? Don't you deserve that opportunity that you were completely in control of to make yourself a better person? And don't forget, thank yourself for how far you have come. That shit wasn't easy. Give yourself a pat on the back. Hold yourself accountable for all of the mistakes you've made, all the failures, because when you learn to hold yourself accountable, you realize that not everything that was bad that happened to you was completely your fault, but you do bear some of the responsibility, okay? Thank yourself for all the downs and all the ups. That shit was not easy, but you got through 100% of your worst days because you're listening to this right now. Learn to thank yourself and decide that you deserve better. You deserve to achieve your definitions of happiness and success. All right, everybody, this has been the latest edition of Motivation Monday on my YouTube channel, All Things Taeler. I hope to see you guys throughout the week with more DC, Marvel, and television news. Talk soon, everybody.